So everyone talks about living in the present moment. Live in the present moment. Get into your flow state. Enter your flow state. Live as you're not thinking about anything else besides the activity you're doing. I hear this a lot. You hear this with The Power of Now, by Eckhart Tolle, I think. That's the premise of his book, is that you're always living in the now. There's no future, there's no past. There's only this present moment that you have to engage in, like this conversation we're here right now. And if you start wondering about the future or pondering about the past, then you're not understanding that life happens within this present moment, not what is happening within your imagination, because the future is untold. It hasn't happened yet, and the past has already happened. So you have this convergence of past and future converging onto the present, where you're creating the future and then solidifying the past. So that's kind of what it means. But for our purposes today, I just wanted to go over, well, everyone says live in the present moment. But how do you do that? No. Especially, at least what I read from, listened to on The Power of Now, it was very wishy-washy on just, okay, how do you actually go about living in this present moment? With people who suffer from depression, anxiety, and then anyone who's going through sadness or grief or anxiety, it is quite difficult to just say, okay, I'm going to live in the present moment, and then realize that your brain is more like two different people rather than just this one person. Because what happens is you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to live in the present moment. And then your monkey mind starts thinking about, oh, well, remember that girl all in middle school that you weren't able to hook up with? Yeah, you're kind of a failure. You kind of suck. Or that big job interview that you have in like a week? You remember that? Well, what are you going to do about that? What are you doing about that? And that's the monkey mind. That's your, I would say, unconscious spitting thoughts at you. And to start getting into the present moment and living in the present moment, I think there's two things one thing you should do, and one thing you should realize. First thing you should realize is you do have these two minds. You have this unconscious mind that throws thoughts at you all the time. They throw thoughts that are thinking about your past, thoughts that are thinking about your future. And what you have to realize is that isn't necessarily you. It's not your consciousness. It's not the person who's making the actions, who's living in the present moment. That brain, I call it the monkey mind, but you can also call it the unconscious, does not live in the present moment. I wouldn't say so. I kind of just made that realization right now. It doesn't. It's your imagination. It's supposed to create different scenarios to help you survive in this environment, at least biologically speaking. So its job isn't to live in the present moment. So to first even realize that this monkey mind and your thinking mind or your conscious are two different things, and that your consciousness and thinking mind are trying to live in the present, and this monkey mind is just living wherever it lives is an important realization to have if you're going to start engaging with the moment, starting to get into these flow states, starting to get embedded with the conversations you're having in the present moment, with the relationships you're having, with the activities you're doing. So that's a good first realization. Second one is an activity, and we talk about this a lot on this channel. An activity to kind of help you kind of weed out that monkey mind, to let that monkey mind breathe and say all it needs to do, and so it can settle, so your consciousness, your thinking mind can come forth, engage with the world, is meditative actions. So, of course, this includes meditation, so sitting in place, putting your hands together, closing your eyes, and just sitting and allowing your monkey mind to go, and you observing it, and just having it, it's kind of like flushing down the shit. If you never flush the toilet, the shit's gonna stink. That's your monkey mind, and that's what meditation does. Now, there's different activities for this as well. Different meditative activities that you can do with this. Another amazing one is walking without headphones on, and literally just, and not on your phone, not doing anything besides just walking. And walking does the same thing. It helps your monkey mind filter out whatever it needs to say. And you're just there observing, well, your surroundings, but also your mind. And that helps you flush the toilet so that you can start engaging more in the present moment whenever you're outside these meditative acts. And even within these meditative acts, once you do them enough, then you start to be able to accept and engage these monkey mind thoughts in a way that helps you re-engage with the present almost automatically. Not unnecessarily that these thoughts will never come your way, but you are able to, whenever a monkey mind thought comes up, you're able to accept it and then let it go instead of trying to hold on to that thought. That happened to me this morning, actually. Whenever I was meditating, well, I'll get it personal. I was thinking about a woman, and maybe I thought about her a little too much. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm thinking about her too much. And then I said, okay, I breathed again, and I let the thought pass. I observed it and let it go. When I realized, oh wow, this thought is engaging me too much, and I'm not living in the present moment, hearing the birds and the rain. So as you can gather too, so we talk about the monkey mind and the conscious mind, the activities, so meditative activities, so that being meditation, that being walking. It can also be just hiking through nature. Another good one is fishing, just being out there, all just being with nature. Nature's a great remedy. Let's just say that. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, crap. Oh, yes. Yes. And also recognize that this is a reoccurring process. You don't get to a state where you never hear this monkey mind. The point is being able to better deal with the monkey mind so that you can go through your day and your monkey mind is like another person. You're able to better engage with it, and you understand how to engage with it so you can better engage with the present moment. And that takes reoccurring practice and also commitment. So don't expect to meditate, to walk, to hike, to fish for just 1 or 2 times and then be done. You gotta find an activity that engages you, that you enjoy doing, a meditative activity that you enjoy doing, so that you're able to continuously do that action continuously for hopefully the rest of your life. And then you can, of course, change activities, do different things. Running is a great one without your headphones on. So shake it up a little bit. But meditative actions, something meditative, needs to be a part of your life continuously, so that you can weed out this monkey mind, and so that you can fully engage yourself in the present moment. And whenever those monkey mind do come up, you know how to deal with them. You know how to accept them, let them go, and then maybe not even need to re-engage, but just be completely engaged. There's times in my conversations where the monkey mind would have a thought and would just literally whoop, go at the other end with my intensity in my conversation. Of course, I still have the problems too, that sometimes my monkey mind thought I do engage with my monkey mind during these conversations. It just depends on how easy you can get into the flow state. Are you in the flow state? Things like that. But that's the main 3 things that I wanted to talk about, is the difference between your monkey mind and your thinking mind, that you need to do meditative activities, whatever it be, and then it's a reoccurring thing. It's another skill you have to polish, and if you don't do that skill, it's gonna rust, and if you don't continue practicing it, it's not gonna get better, and it's not gonna strengthen. So it's a skill. It's like playing basketball. It's like reading or writing. You have to keep doing it to get better at it. So those are a couple things I want to talk about. But other than that, see y'all tomorrow. Bye.